The devastation of Dawnholm is unspeakable. Where there was once old roads, the world itself is now torn asunder. The grounds I once strolled through are now fields of ash. On the road to Longwatch, I knew I would see many terrible things, but nothing prepared me for that.
Hello and welcome, my sloths, to another lore video. In this one, we're going to be doing our best Milo impersonation and going in search of a hidden city mentioned in Garrick's journals, but not marked on our current maps.
Throughout this video, I will be referencing Garrick's journal, a diary from a new Valkeeper starting from before the fracture and detailing the events leading up to and following it as he ascends the ranks of the Order of the Valkeepers. I will link the journal in the description so that you can read through it yourself and come up with your own theories, which I'd love to hear in the comments.
So you may be wondering what I'm even going on about. Well, allow me to explain. In Book 2, page 468, Garrick first makes mention of the city of Dawnholm, writing,
"Today is my 4th day in Dawnholm, and I now wish I was staying much longer. The sunrise over the Brimbriar Mountains was magnificent. I have not felt this alive in many years. Even in the depths of my research into this fascinating place, I can barely pull my mind away from thoughts of her. I must focus on my work. In the histories of Dawnholm, there are mentions of a vault locked deep within the central keep. The doors have been sealed for ages. The keep itself has long been used as a school and training facility. Many keepers come here for instruction and guidance. The lower floors contain numerous vaults and libraries full of a vast array of artifacts. I'm surprised that so few of them have been properly catalogued, but that is why Hope asked me for help."
From this, we have a few questions arise. Where is Dawnholm? Who's Hope?
Why is Gamora?
I mean, why does Dawnholm sound so important to the story? Well, allow me to answer these questions and probably raise more in the process, starting with the whereabouts of Dawnholm. Garrick mentions the sunrise over the Brimbriar Mountains, which does give us a starting point.
In the excerpts from Highland History by Nova Brightwill, we learn that Dawnholm Academy is the smallest kingdom in all the Highlands. Nestled far north by the Brimbriar Mountains is Dawnholm Keep.
This tells us that the Brimbriar Mountains are in the northwest of the map near Dawnholm, and with the excerpts from Garrick's journals earlier, mentioning the fact that he could see the sunrise over the Brimbriar Mountains from Dawnholm, leads us to Dawnholm being on the west side of the Highlands. This narrows it down to half the map, but can we do better? Well,
yes,
actually. When Garrick mentions the devastation left in the wake of the fracture, he says,
"The devastation of Dawnholm is unspeakable. Where there was once old roads, the world itself is now torn asunder. The grounds I once strolled through are now fields of ash. On the road to Longwatch, I knew I would see many terrible things, but nothing prepared me for that."
Using this description, there are only two places in the map that fit: Fever's Ridge and Hope's End. Now, Fever's Ridge is in the northeast of the map, so we can automatically rule this one out. Hope's End, however, is in the southwest of the map, so we're already in the right half. Looking north, you can also see the Brimbriar Mountains, so another tick for the right location. The final piece of evidence for Dawnholm being Hope's End is the most obvious, yet mysterious. In his journal, Garrick mentions someone named Hope 4 times from the first mention of his time in Dawnholm right up to the fracture. In fact, he literally mentions Hope on the page before he writes this.
"We were too late. The fracture happened just before dawn. The corruption of guile has been unleashed. The earth shakes as the world hollows. The feral elements are draining from the land and into the spellstorm. What has she done?"
This is where we can answer the remaining 2 questions that we had earlier and probably raise a few more. From what we have on Hope in Garrick's journals, when Garrick asks himself, "What has she done?" I believe he is asking himself what Hope has done, meaning that he believes Hope caused the fracture. But who is Hope? Well, I believe I have the answer. Later in the journals, when Garrick meets Thaddeus Vanderon, he writes,
"He leaned in close to me and asked if I knew of vital stones. I told him I did. He told me, with a whisper, that it was not only the Lorebreakers that used vital stones. He asked me, what if everything you've been told was a lie? I felt my heartbeat pound in my head. What is true in one hand is a lie in the other. I asked him how he could be so certain that the fracture was not caused by the Lorebreakers. He looked at me with a deep intensity that is only forged through pain, and spoke very slowly. My granddaughter created the fracture.
Well, if we assume that Hope is Daddy's granddaughter, and we think the Veilkeepers are trying to rebuild the Vital Stone of Guile, could Hope have been the one from Dawnholm tasked with researching and rebuilding the Vital Stone in Dawnholm, and something either went very wrong or very right, causing the fracture to start in Dawnholm, destroying the Highlands and becoming the end of Hope, or Hope's end. And that, Lorebreakers, is my theory. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or if you have any theories of your own in the comments down below. If you enjoy the lore side of Spellbreak, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. The Lorebreakers also stream on Twitch every Friday at 10 PM UK, so be sure to come by and discuss any theories or lore with us live. So until next time, stay chill, stay curious, and keep lore breaking. Peace out, sluts.